All right, so this afternoon we're gonna call Straight Talk because I ordered my phone records and I spoke to her probably 2 weeks ago or more, and they should have been emailed to me as requested, and I have no phone records in my inbox, in my spam, anywhere that I looked, even in my all, which has unimportant things, and there's just this habitual record to show that there's an obstruction of justice, and I need the phone records in order to validate people that I've called, the number of times that I've called, and the issues that I've called for that are in correlation with the video and camera evidence, which has also been tampered with. You heard in my last video I made, I believe yesterday, that there's always some type of tampering or removal of inculpatory, I think they call it inculpatory evidence, which is evidence that's hard evidence, right? Hard evidence is what you want in these cases. And they're always working nonstop, 24/7, always in real time surveying what it is you're doing and then removing it while you're busy doing other things. So I found out that I don't have quite a bit of videos for some reason are missing from one of my hard drives. And this is nonstop. This has been going on since it started in 2014, where they started removing all the text and messages and everything. And so it's this habitual cycle of any device with a Wi-Fi is always tampered with, is always gone through, rummaged through, and all the hard evidence that it could be used in court is always removed. So now we're definitely behind for some reason with my phone records that I had requested. And the thing is every time I request it, the history of the device gets erased. And I should say every time I wait to request it, then the history of the device. So a phone record is only valid for, I believe, 10 months, perhaps a year, depending on the memory and the make and model of your phone. So every time a month rolls by, I lose the 1 month. And I started working at TMC back in August full time on my own with my first vehicle or tractor, and I'm not going to be able to have the communication dialogue history that I had or the other companies' administration numbers that I had dialed in order to make complaints to prove that I was being abused or to prove that I was being disinformed. And I can't do any of this stuff and more because I have people like Straight Talk who are always undermining and always causing some problems. And so we're going to call and see what's going on.
You have also your first name?
Michael.
Alright, Michael, good afternoon. How can I help?
Yes, I'm inquiring about a phone record that I had requested over 30 days ago. I called around, I want to say the 15th or 16th, maybe even 17th or 18th of November, and I was told that they would be here around the 24th or 25th, and that would wrap up the 30-day request. It's been since that time I haven't received any communications about my phone log being emailed to me.
Alright. Thank you very much for, bringing this one to your attention, and really apologize for the inconvenience, but don't worry, I'm here to help. Let me see what I can do first, okay? Because I'm not gonna lie, by the way, to request a phone log or something like details, call details records, it may take 30 days.
That's correct. That's correct. I made the request before that. I made the request way back in October, and I was scheduled to have them in the middle or latter third of November. I called to double check a few days before that 30-day mark, and the 30-day mark was going to be approximately what we calculated on previous phone records, which I have on video on record. You should have notes that I also called around November 17th-ish, plus or minus a few days, asking about this, and it was validated that it was going to be hopefully here by November 23rd-ish, and I was just a few days early about inquiring about it. Now it's been around 2 weeks, or about a week and a half late, and I want to know why that is.
Alright. Now, by the way, if you don't mind me asking, do you have like any ticket number that I can check or something?
A ticket number. Actually, I actually might have a ticket number. Um, Let me see really quick.
All right. Added added notes for this account. Hold on one minute, okay?
Yes.
All right, 1 second.
So basically, it's there's always conflict of any evidence. There's always a conflict. There's always an erasing of. There's always a lie by a police officer. There's always a minimization. There's always a problem, basically.
Oh yeah, I see.
I'm talking to
Yeah, I'm
myself.
really sorry to hear that. But let me check first the ticket, and also let me check the date that was created the ticket. Hold on 1 second, okay?
Yeah.
No worries if there is some kind of delay in the process, or there's a need for me to hand you over to that department to give you further assistance. Since you told me that it's been delayed for a week already and a half or something. Now, yeah, I know this is really inconvenience, but we're gonna make sure that we can provide you the best service we have offered. Okay. Let me investigate the ticket first, the reference number you have provided to me, and let me see all the notes that was on the ticket. Okay. Just give me 1 second and just stay in the line for 1 minute.
Yeah, so again, whenever I'm always moving towards something legally, it's always obstruction of justice. It's no attorneys want to retain me. They always have an excuse. Either they don't do what I'm asking, meaning they're not disciplined in it, even though they say that their law firm is, they're not open or they can't help. They're no longer, part of the group. And they say they'll call you back, leave a message, and they never call you back. And then you're dealing with this right here, which is blatant obstruction of justice when I have to go in by myself to explain something to a federal court. And then you have people like this, because this is exactly what an investigator would do. An investigator would go in and he would ask for police records. He wants hard evidence. And when you start pulling up hard evidence, and if it has anything to do with any of your devices, whether that be your cell phone, whether that be your laptop, whether that be a desktop CPU, or whether it be any camera that has Wi-Fi accessibility, they're in there hacking it and removing the information 24/7, 365. Always removing all of the information and events, the dates, the times, the people, the places. And then the whole time behind that, they're running a smear campaign on you about your character, your behavior, and everything that you do. And at the same time, using crowd influence and crowd control to feather a bunch of criminal activity, to feather you in and to kind of patch you in using all of these social interactions that you're constantly put into. And if you're not put into something that is deleterious to you, they just wait until you have the next opportunity and the next opportunity. And it just keeps building until you can't go anywhere and you're forced into this quote unquote this isolation. No one knows anything, no one's listening to you, but you have all this evidence of cyber stalking, you have all this evidence of stalking in general, and complete sabotage and ambient abuse. And then when you go to federal court, now all of a sudden they've done all this work around you to remove all of your evidence, and you're just burning up time and money. So there's no clue what the outcome could potentially be. But in the same token, they're also telling you that you can do nothing. That's the other component of this, is that even the police are telling you you can do nothing. There's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do. Talk to an investigator. He's going to abuse you and harass you with semantics, but then he's also going to tell you, well, there's nothing that I can do. I don't see anything wrong here.
Yeah. Very sorry. Now, I was actually like able to investigate the account right here. By the way, Michael, I investigate all the information that was created by the previous representative when you request for your phone records. need to hand you over back to the department to give you further assistance. I see some information that needs to be updated first or needs to be relayed in your end. But seems I have a limited access of tools to check all the sort of like informations on the ticket. What I'm gonna do is I really wanted to help you, okay? I really wanted to help you. I wanted to get it situated so that you can be able to like get your request done. I'm gonna hand you over back to that department to help you right now, okay? I'll be putting some notes. I'll be putting some documentations so that they'll be able to check on what happened to your account, and also they'll be able to check on what information I have checked right here. I'll be leaving in a ration to back up all the information that you'll be providing to them. Okay?
Yeah, I just like to get going, man. I'm not. I know you're trying to do your customer service, but customer service hasn't gotten me anywhere in life. I just need you to do me a big favor and just transfer me.
Yeah. Now to get it situated, I'm gonna transfer the call. So please stay in the line and don't disconnect the call. I'm transfer you automatically. Okay?
Yeah, thank you.
All right. You're welcome, and how wish could help you more. Thank you for calling Straight Talk Wallace. Have a good one and stay safe. Goodbye for now.
So this is how the abuse works: is they always have this polite nature, always want to be courteous, but at the same time they just destroy things.
Alright, thank you so much, Michael, for providing the information. And how can I assist you?
Yeah, I made a request for my phone records back in October, and we verified that it was going to be emailed to me. And I called around. The notes should show that I called to double check on that around, I believe, the 18th or 17th of November, maybe even the 15th of November. And the lady said that it was still going to be a few more days. I was off by about a week or something like that, and they would be in the latter third of November when I would receive them. And I'm looking through my emails, and I haven't received it. It's been over about a week and a half, and I still haven't received that phone record.
Oh, I'm so sorry about that, Michael. So let me go ahead and look into this. So for me to provide you the status of your request, I'm gonna need to send the six-digit verification code via text. Let me know if you have received it. Okay?
Okay. And I have a reference number for the task as well that you gave me, just in case you need that.
No worries. I can see that here on your account. So, but for me to provide you the status of it, we need to authenticate your account first.
Yeah, the code you sent me was 967554.
Alright, thank you so much for that. So you have successfully authenticated the account. So let me check. Alright, thank you for waiting on the line. So upon checking here, Michael, so yeah, the status of your request here is still in process. So here's what I'm going to do since you haven't received any email with regards to the phone records that you requested for. I will be submitting an escalation here to our back office to let them know that you still haven't received anything to your email, and have this prioritized since this is already more than 30 days of the expected date that you should be receiving the records. Okay? So we can hear from them after 24 to 48 hours. So let me go ahead and schedule a callback here to contact you.
Yeah, I have a question
To
before you continue. Before you continue, because I'm kind of I'm infuriated at this point. I want to know what's your legal address? Do you know what your legal address is for the corporation of Trade Talk? What is that?
Alright, so the address, let me provide it to you. Okay, so it's 9700 Northwest 112th Avenue, Medley, Florida 33178.
Okay, that's 9700 Northwest 112 Avenue.
Yes,
Okay, and what was the city?
Medley.
M.
For Mike, E for Echo, D for Delta, L for Lima, E for Echo, Y for Yankee, Florida 33178.
Okay. And so I don't understand why there would be a delay because I need this for legal purposes, and every time there's a delay, that means that I can't get records because the records continue to be erased. Is that correct? Because I could only go back, but I think 10 months or a year, right?
No, actually you can go back as much as you want.
Okay.
As far as you want.
Yeah. But I remember during the request, I said I wanted them as far back as August of 2022. Is that still pertinent on the request?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Is that what it says?
Let me make sure.
Yes, if you would, please.
Yes. Yes, that is correct.
Okay. So now what are we going to do? We're just going to wait?
Yeah, so I will be scheduling a call back here after 24 hours. So that would be Wednesday. And can I have your preferred time for the call back to contact you?
Yes, it's Wednesday. That's going to be 2 days. Let's say 11 o'clock would be fine in the morning sometime.
All right. So we will be calling you Wednesday at 11
Okay.
a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Okay.
All right. So we'll talk to you soon, Michael. So we will be calling you. We will be calling you back from 1-800-992-1346. So please make sure you are not blocking any unknown callers or toll-free numbers on your device, okay?
Okay.
All right. So I really appreciate your time, Michael, and I'm really sorry for this kind of inconvenience. So we'll talk to you soon.
Yep. Bye-bye now. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye for now.
So this is what I'm talking about. There's always obstruction of justice. I need the phone record so I could start putting together my claim, so I could start putting things and putting facts together. I can't do that because I have people like this. And it's not just people like this. It's everybody. It's everybody from the neighbors. It's everybody from the workplace. It's everybody from anything that I touch, anything that I'm trying to do. It's always a problem. Always a problem. And when I try to go to the court system, they make sure to initiate and instigate and antagonize a problem. And it's obstruction of justice. This is a perfect example. I ordered that back in October, middle of October. They said it would be 30 days for me to get it. It's been well over 30 days. We're going on easily 45 days. And now they're saying they want to call me back, and there's no guarantee. They're just saying they're calling me back to do an investigation and see what's going on. It makes no sense. Meanwhile, I have to continue to habitually be stalked by people out in the world every time I leave, every place that I go, and it's just non-stop.